It's an interesting time for business. Tariff and trade policies are dynamic, supply chains are squeezed, and cash flow, it's tighter than ever. If your business can't adapt in real time, you are in a little bit of hurt. So how do you get full visibility and adapt in real time? Over 42,000 businesses trust NetSuite by Oracle, your AI-powered business management suite. It brings accounting, financial management, inventory, and HR all under one roof. NetSuite is the #1 cloud ERP for a reason. It's your single source of truth, giving you the data and control you need to move quickly. Real-time forecasting helps you move into the future with confidence, and with AI built in, you can automate the busy work and focus on strategy. NetSuite helps you see what's stuck, what it's costing you, and how to pivot fast. If I were running a business with a lot of moving parts, I'd use NetSuite for full control over everything. Tame the chaos with NetSuite. If your revenues are at least in the 7 figures, download the free ebook, Navigating Global Trade, 3 Insights for Leaders at netsuite.com/SPI. That's netsuite.com/SPI. Hey, I get it. You've worked really hard to build up your business, and it's doing great. So great that you need help now. The most important thing for your business is to hire the right people to support it. So how can you find amazing candidates quickly? Easy. Just use Indeed. When it comes to hiring, Indeed is all you need. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. Indeed Sponsored Jobs helps you stand out and hire fast. And with Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. And it makes a huge difference. According to Indeed data, Sponsored Jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. And it's one of the largest databases of job seekers, too, giving business owners access to a wide range of candidates. And one of the things I love most about Indeed is the job alerts feature. I get notified when new candidates apply. There's no need to wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/smartpassive. Just go to Indeed.com/smartpassive right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/smartpassive. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring Indeed is all you need. The perfect product launch. It's the goal for every brand marketer. High heat, fast sellout, and fans posting recipes like trophies. What do Sydney Sweeney's soap drop, Taylor Swift's tickets, and your next launch have in common? Well, they're not bought, they're bragged about. Fanfare turns your drop into a moment. Fanfare cues real fans, blocks bots, and builds launch experiences worth screenshotting. Want hype without the heartbreak? Get Fanfare's 5-step hype drop playbook with our proven success formula and make your next launch unforgettable at fanfare.io/playbook. Again, fanfare.io/playbook. This is the Smart Passive Income Podcast with Pat Flynn, session number 10. Bring it.
Welcome to the Smart Passive Income Podcast, where it's all about working hard now so you can sit back and reap the benefits later. And now your host, he was only 5 feet tall his sophomore year of high school, Pat Flynn.
While DIY website tools are everywhere, most fall short on design and performance. Hit publish. Framer ships your site worldwide in seconds. No code, no compromises. Framer is a powerful, user-friendly platform that delivers developer-level results without writing a single line of code. Make your designs move and convert with Framer. Framer brings your site to life with powerful animations, dynamic content handling, and a design-first approach that helps your site stand out. Framer is the design-first, no-code website builder that lets anyone ship a production-ready site in minutes. Browse hundreds of pixel-perfect templates or even design something of your own on a totally blank canvas. Add bold animations like appear effects, text effects, scroll and looping animations, and much more in seconds. And it's free to start. The built-in AI handles the heavy lifting of generating starter layouts and can even translate your entire site to any language. On the back end, you'll get responsive breakpoints, built-in hosting, a flexible CMS, and privacy-friendly analytics. Ready to build a site that looks hand-coded without hiring a developer? Launch your site for free at Framer.com and use code SPI to get your first month of pro on the house. That's Framer.com, promo code SPI. Framer.com, promo code SPI. Rules and restrictions may apply. With running your own business, legal questions always come with the territory. Like, can I use this contractor agreement? What do I do if a client doesn't pay? Am I even structured the right way for taxes? Instead of Googling your way through legal landmines, imagine having a law firm ready to address your business's legal needs without the sticker shock. That's what you get with Legal Shield's small business plans. Legal Shield helps entrepreneurs access real legal help on contract reviews, collection letters, business formation guidance, and even help navigating IRS audits. Members can schedule consultations, upload documents through the app, and get support from a provider law firm that knows small business laws in your state. Plus, consultations on taxes or trademarks help you stay ahead of potential problems. And if a client is late on a payment, Legal Shield steps in with professional collection letters so you can protect your hard-earned revenue, all for a fraction of the price of hiring a lawyer on your own. Go to LegalShield.com/SPI or call 833-570-9980 to learn more and get big business legal support without a big business budget. That's LegalShield.com/SPI. Hey, everybody, what's up? Welcome to the 10th session of the Smart Passive Income Podcast. Thank you for joining me today. And yes, I was only 5 feet tall my sophomore year of high school. And all I'm going to say is that it was really, really easy to spot me on the marching band field. Wow, memories. Okay. Today, I'm super stoked about my special guest. His name is Chris Guthrie of MakeMoneyOnTheInternet.com. That's his domain name, MakeMoneyOnTheInternet.com. Chris and I met up at Blog World. He's a super cool guy. We became really good friends, and he's doing some awesome stuff with niche sites, which have been a kind of a big topic on my blog lately. But specifically, he's killing it with the niche sites that promote products sold on Amazon.com. So he's an affiliate for the Amazon.com website. If you go to Amazon, if you look up Amazon Associates, that's what they call their affiliates. If you look that up in Google, you can become an affiliate for any of their stuff too. And I've talked about affiliate programs before in session 3 with Glenn Alsop, and we had talked about several places where you could become an affiliate for different products like ClickBank at clickbank.com or Commission Junction at cj.com, and of course Amazon. And to be honest with you, Amazon was my least favorite of them all, mostly because the commission rates are severely, severely low, ranging from 4 to 8% per sale, whereas a normal rate for products on ClickBank, for example, range between 50 to 75% commission per sale. So for a $20 product from ClickBank, I could be making $10, whereas a $20 product at 8% on Amazon.com would make me $1.60. So there's a huge difference there. Now, this is how I really, how Chris got on my radar and how I knew he was really doing something special, because he's actually making really, really good money from being an affiliate for products sold on Amazon. Just last year, he sold $938,913.43 in products. That's almost $1 million in product sales, which profited him a cool $64,311.13. He's really got a good system going. That's why I wanted him on the show today to share more about what he does. And he's also got a super fantastic, inspiring story as far as how he came into this business. And it's all because of a video game that, many of the younger folk out there, I'm sure you know. It's called Halo for Xbox. But I'm going to let Chris tell you more about that. So Chris, dude, thanks for hanging out with us today, man.
Yeah, I'm so excited to be here. Gave me a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. So I know your story, and it's totally awesome, and I'm really excited for everyone to listen to it. So can you give us kind of a rundown of how you got started with online marketing and how it all happened?
Yeah. So I've been making money online in some sort of capacity for about the past 5 years or so, but it wasn't until about early 2009 when everything started to kind of fall into place.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, I basically used to play Halo semi-professionally, and I made a video for my video editing class in college, put it online, and then I started getting these friend requests from all these people that were saying, "Hey, I saw your video on this website," and basically I got the idea. I was like, well, if I can make this sweet video that everyone sees, then maybe I can make another sweet video and then use that to launch a forum. So I did that, and the forum, which is still there, but it's kind of dead now. It's gamingvids.com with a Z.
Mm-hmm.
So as you can tell, it's a huge mistake for a beginning person. You never want to do something that isn't easily pronounceable.
Right.
But that, worked pretty well, and I used it to build a forum that was getting about 500,000 page views a month.
Jeez.
But so on the flip side, though, it's kind of crap traffic, though, because it was only ever making about $500 a month from AdSense, because with the video game forum, it's like, what do you really have to sell to someone if the video game forum is there specifically to talk about one game that everyone's already purchased on a console that everyone already owns? So it's
right.
That's kind of when I was doing these types of forums, and I thought, okay, I need to try and do things where there's something easy for me to sell, And then that's when I started doing like product type review sites and product info sites. And then I started using Amazon a lot. So
Okay, so you basically started because you were a video gaming expert, Halo, which is a game that I love, but I'm terrible at. So you are like your tagline is what, like the Halo god, right?
yeah, that's my
For
gamer tag.
your gamer tag, that's right.
Yeah,
So you're the Halo god, and you create this video, and I've seen the video, and I'll link to it in the show notes. It's pretty amazing. It's just you killing
just
people just in totally
yeah,
crazy ways, and I can see why it went viral. So you saw that as an opportunity to you saw that as a way to just reach a whole massive amounts of people, and then create this forum, which is kind of where you started implementing AdSense, and that's kind of how you got started with actually making money from like internet marketing, an internet marketing standpoint.
yeah. I mean, just like a few years before that, I had seen like because I was a gamer and had always been kind of reading game websites, and I saw someone had AdSense on their site, and I was like, how much money do you make from those ads? And he told me like $2 a day or something, and I was like, whoa, $2 a day just
Yeah.
for a website just sitting there? And so at the time, I was like, that's just insane. And so that's kind of why I kind of got that. I first heard that you could even make money online, and before that, I knew that they were making money, but I didn't know how it was. So,
Yeah,
um,
we have a very similar story. I mean, I know you're a gamer, and I got into this whole internet marketing thing through the lead exam, but I mean, we both kind of accidentally fell into it.
yeah.
And I mean, you were even I'm reading the bio on your blog at MakeMoneyOnTheInternet.com. You were laid off from your job, or you got fired, or you just
I
left your
got
job.
fired. I got fired. I actually wrote a blog post a few weeks ago that was celebrating my 1 year fireversary.
Fireversary.
Yeah, because that actually occurred when I was at Blog World, hanging out with you and other people. But
Oh, so
yeah,
I
no,
hope I didn't. I hope I wasn't the cause of that.
oh no. I got fired. It was in 2009 in October.
Oh, okay. But you wrote
Yeah,
the blog post, or you
yeah,
published that blog post while we were at Blog World Expo. Okay.
yeah. And I used to be doing, I was in inside sales. Long story short, I've been there for about 2 years, and my income was already kind of passing my day job income on occasion.
Hmm.
So I was using that money to like pay for domain names or go to events. Like I went to Shoe Money's Elite Retreat in that month as well.
Hmm.
And then 2 weeks after I got back from this, $5,000 conference, I got fired. So I was like, okay, that's that's too bad.
So
So,
I mean, I remember reading. You said you were pretty upset at first, but now it's kind of like a blessing in disguise.
yeah. No, I mean, I was upset because I was actually pretty good at my job. I think it's just that, when you're in a sales job, they kind of want you to work even more than just the 40 hours a week. But, I'd get home
Hmm.
and I'd work my butt off on my business, like on the side, to try and, build up, a side income. And so when I would have like my coworker, and I won't say the company or his name or anything like that, but I think he basically kind of got rid of me because he wanted someone that would work like 60 hours a week, even though it's a salary job, for the extra $300 a month or something I would have gotten.
Hmm. Yeah.
So,
So how many hours a week would you say you work now?
less than 40 for sure, but it just depends on what I'm doing. Like, I mean, I'm kind of expanding all these things that I've learned about making money online to just other niches because I have that blog where I talk about like my business, but most of my money is made, elsewhere.
Hmm.
And so like I did like a Halo training course that I launched a little while ago because I figured I'm good at Halo and see if I can make a product on that because
Yeah.
they have guides for StarCraft and all that. And so when I do stuff like that, I end up working longer hours, maybe 10 to 12-hour days, but um,
But then you
there were
end up, but then you have to end up getting to a point where you're not trading your hours for dollars anymore because you've already set
yeah.
those things up.
And during like uh, the last Christmas season, 2009,
Hmm.
uh, Call of Duty came out, so I was playing that way too much. A lot of what comes down to is I'm a huge gamer, and so sometimes if there's like a new game that comes out, I don't really work that much that week. So
Hmm.
when Halo Reach came out last a little while ago, I stopped working for about at least 4 days and just played Halo.
Yeah, nice. Well, I think Call of Duty was it Black Ops is coming out soon, right? So
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna disappear again. It's actually tomorrow, so
okay, nice. Well, I'll see you next year then.
Yeah.
Um, so, so when you do take these breaks, you are still making money because you have all these niche sites and stuff set up on the side. Is that right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's get into that. We know you have a blog at MakeMoneyOnTheInternet.com, which is a pretty sweet domain, but that's not your primary income source, like you said. How is it that you're making the bulk of your money online?
Yeah. The bulk right now is from Amazon's affiliate program. I do probably, I have to look again to see, but I think I've done close to 1 million in sales, which translates to about 65 a year. So, yeah, a
Sixty-five
million in
thousand
sales.
dollars a year
Yeah.
from
So,
Amazon.
yeah.
Wow.
And so the 1 million in sales is from just like the past 12 months or so. I think it's like 950 or something. I had to look at it again, but yeah, bulk of the money I make is from Amazon, and then those types of sites I also monetize with AdSense,
Hmm.
and then eBay Partner Network's another one.
Why did you choose to go for for Amazon.com's products specifically?
Well, it's so I was doing just different types of product review type sites and just little niche, like here's this obscure product. I'm going to build a site and then rank it, in Google. And I thought, okay, I mean, everyone knows Amazon, so I know that I could go through like Share a Sale or some other type of site and maybe get um, a different commission rate. But I just figured, everyone knows Amazon, so they see the Amazon link and they trust it so much that they'll click through. And then that's the other part of the beauty too, is that if you have like a bunch of different sites and you have, people going to them all the time, you've got that 24-hour time period.
Hmm.
After someone clicks through that you get, money on anything that they buy. So like last Christmas I had someone buy like a $5,000 or $6,000 watch and I got like $500 from just that one item that I don't even have a watch site. So
Wow.
stuff
Okay.
like that
So
is
they're linking so okay, people out there who are kind of unfamiliar with this process. So what it is, it's the Amazon Associate program, which is their affiliate program, and you can sign up, and then it allows you to be able to become an affiliate for any of their products, to sell those products off of your websites or email lists or whatever. And if people go through those specific links that Amazon gives you, you get a commission. And the commission is usually fairly small, from a 5 to 8% range, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, it's from 1 to 6 items is 4%, and then after that it jumps up to 6% at 7 to 30, and then the top tier is 8.5% if you sell over 3,131 items.
Wow. Okay.
I
So
have
the more you sell, the more you're gonna make. Uh,
exactly.
okay. So, um, uh, the commissions for things like ClickBank or other affiliate type programs are much higher, like 50%, 75%. But because Amazon.com is something that everybody knows, and there's kind of an unlimited amount of different products that you could sell. Plus, because they have such a good upsell program, which you also get commissions on any other products that people buy, not just the ones that they go through your link for. So you are seeing good commissions coming from this kind of process.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, I tell people like sales figures. They're like, well, if you were selling something that has a 50% commission rate, then you'd be making like 500,000 a year from just that one
Right.
method. But it's like it's so much easier to convince someone to click through a link or to buy something from Amazon than it is to convince them to buy some sort of a dating course, like showing them how to pick up chicks or something like that. I'm trying to think
Yeah.
of a ClickBank product that's they're all over, but and so that's why it's just and the other thing too is it's just about building sites that really fit that focus. So if it's a product review site, one of the best places you can link to is Amazon, just because there's so many products that you can link to,
Hmm.
and there's also really good third-party plugins that you can use as well.
Okay. So can you kind of walk us through your process? Like, where do you start? Do you start with finding keywords and then finding an Amazon product to sell, or do you start with looking on Amazon and then doing keyword research? Like, I'm still kind of in the dark of exactly how you know, figure out what products to promote and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So I do keyword research is the first thing I like to do,
Hmm.
and then what I'll do to get some ideas for the keywords though is if you just go to Amazon.com/best sellers, maybe it's bestseller, one of the two. It will show you every single product in every major category and what's the best selling product.
Hmm.
So you can kind of tell everything that's kind of trending, and then what you could do is if you could see one product that's selling really well, you could build out a website that was targeting that kind of a niche. And then, obviously with the keyword research, then you get into analyzing the competition. And the other thing too is I always like to try and look for like exact match domain names for the keywords.
Mm-hmm.
If it's, say you're targeting baseball bats, and you wanted to go after like baseball bat reviews, then baseballbatreviews.com would be the best domain name.
Mm.
And so that's kind of what I like to do as well.
So you find that if you have the exact match domain, it's worth that much more in Google's eyes. You'll get ranked a lot faster.
Yeah, I mean, one of the examples I like to point to is just like if you just search credit cards in Google, you'll see creditcards.com is the top ranking site,
Mm-hmm.
and then visa.com is like the second. And creditcards.com, I believe, has like less than 100,000 links, but visa.com has over 2 million, and they're actually a company that provides a credit card.
Right.
So it's like,
is creditcard.com like a credit card like review type site or something like that?
it's just like a lead generation site, and I'm sure it makes millions a year
Yeah.
for that keyword, and then also people just typing in that as well. Just the other thing too is that you get some direct traffic with exact match domain names, but I feel like as people grow older, less and less people will just go to their browser URL or their browser bar and type in what they're looking for.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think that's something that maybe the older audience tends to do.
Here's another question. As far as exact match domain names for products, do you specifically stick to kind of a niche type domain name like baseball bats, like you're saying, or can you actually get a brand name domain name? And is there copyright or kind of trademark infringement issues that you have to worry about? Like if I wanted to get like rawlingsbaseballbats.com or something like that.
Yeah, so I mean that's one of those things where it's kind of like you have to see what the company's done before. So I mean, a good example would be like Blizzard, the company. Again, it's a gamer coming out of me, but they're the people that make World of Warcraft,
right?
and yeah, exactly, all those games. And so they don't really even care if people are using their type of a product in their domain name.
That's true. I've seen like worldofwarcraftguy.com or like other things like that. So
exactly,
that obviously aren't from Blizzard. So
yeah, and it's one of those things too where it's just kind of a gamble. Everything that you're doing online, at least what I'm doing online, is there's a lot of different factors that kind of come into play in terms of how I make money with Google's ranking algorithm and all that. And so I have to always monitor those things. And then if I find out a company doesn't like the fact that I own a domain name that they have, then I got to figure out if I need to sell it or just give it to them so I can avoid a lawsuit.
mm-hmm.
I haven't had to do that before, but it's something that when you're picking out those niches, you do kind of want to just do some research to see. Generally, though, I mean, most people, unless you're making like a ton of money online, they're not really going to go after you. At least that's my opinion. They're not really going to bother that much other than send you like a cease and desist letter.
Right. And I have experience with that because when I first created Green Exam Academy, it wasn't actually named Green Exam Academy. It was called inthelead.com.
Oh, yeah.
And then, I created this site just for me, so I really had no intention of anyone ever finding it. But then it kind of took off, and then I guess they found out, and they sent me a cease and desist letter saying that, that was trademark infringement. And, I'm just telling this story to be honest. And I did try to fight it because I was actually helping their company out. I was helping people understand their exam and helping them take the test, which costs money, which they get in their bank. But I don't know why they fought it so hard. So then I just gave up because it wasn't worth the money anymore because all the lawyer expenses and stuff. It's just crazy. It's just crazy how much is involved. And then I see other companies out there for other different tests who have the trademark in their domain, and they're not a part of that company, and they're doing fine. So like you said, it's kind of a gamble. And if you can, I would recommend staying away from it, just so you don't have to deal with that. But if there is kind of other websites out there that have it already, that might be good precedents to actually figure that it's going to be okay. And again, the worst thing that could happen is, the first steps that other companies will usually take will be a cease and desist letter, in which case you can just change the domain name like I did and do a redirect, or just move on to something else. And if you're doing these little niche sites for specific products, it's not that big of a deal. Obviously, you don't want to create one single business that has a trademark in the domain name like I had. And, if for some reason that, ended up in a lawsuit or something, I would have been screwed. So That's why I'm diversifying now, looking into niche sites, creating a whole bunch of different ones, and yeah. So I think that's some good advice. So as far as how your Amazon.com product niche sites, how many would you say that you have like right now?
I have a couple dozen, and actually, lots of the stuff I've kind of learned is what it takes to rank a site. If you're going for an authority style, or if you're going for like a niche, smaller mini site. And so, like with authority style sites, I'm doing a lot more writing, and then also doing, going for after a really good domain name
Hmm.
with a lot larger search volume. That's kind of how I decide how much effort I'm going to put into it. Is if it's, say the search volume is like under 500 searches for that exact phrase a day, then I generally just go with like a mini site and put up like 5 to 10 articles, and then start going, building links through Web 2.0 sites with a trying to think of get some good examples here. I have a whole list of them that I
Like
use, but
like Squidoo and Hub Pages and
yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
those
exactly.
sorts of things. Yeah.
So it's that method I found for building links still works, and but yeah, then it's kind of like a decision as to it's kind of like just deciding how much potential money there is. And if you look at the search volume and then, what traffic you'd be getting if you took over the number one position, then just kind of doing some calculations by looking at, how expensive is the product that you're selling. Again, how many people searching for it, and then what would that translate to in dollars? And if
Hmm.
you can do that ahead of time, then you can kind of figure out, which strategy you should use. So, like
Okay.
as an example, this one isn't specifically product, or this is more of like an authority style example. I'm building a blog with my friend who's a professional photographer,
Hmm.
and that one's photographytips.net. And so we're going after obviously the keyword photography tips.
Right.
And so then, with that, we'll do, if there's any type of camera type stuff, um, we'll do that. But that's just an example of kind of using exact match domains and then deciding, if it should be authority or mini.
Okay, so an authority site is more something that has to be constantly updated, but it has a lot more potential for traffic and income.
Exactly.
And then like what would you call it? Like
Like a mini
a
site or
mini site. Thank you. Is more of a you just kind of write just a few articles, put it up there, set it and forget it while you build backlinks, and the income that you could receive is potentially less, but obviously it's a lot less work involved.
yeah, like I have a couple sites that just sit there and make, a few $100 a month,
Hmm.
have 5 articles, and I haven't even touched them in the past 6 months. So, and that's kind of more of, I'm building out more of those lately. And then also at the same time, still trying to do authority. So it's kind of like a mix because I prefer to always hedge my risk. When I'm doing, just authority, there's a lot less likelihood that a Google algorithm change would affect me. But if a mini site, that always can be affected,
Right.
um, because you never know what they're doing, looking and seeing what is quality and what is not.
Right, right, right. Okay,
So
so can you give us a few tips as far as someone who wants to get started with promoting products from Amazon.com?
yeah, so I think the main thing is that if you're doing so when you're picking the products, you're looking at the price of the product is key. I do have some websites that promote products at under $100, but I just use those to get volume from the sales to increase the referral tier for the other products I'm selling that are higher.
Ooh, good tip.
And then, and the way they do it too is it's retroactive. So once you get up to the next tier, they apply like that half percentage point to everything you've already sold. So by the end of the month, if you're up to 7.5%, but you started at only 4%, you're still going to get that 7.5% on everything.
Hmm.
And then, some products, you only can get like 4%. And like, I know like a laptop, they cap you at $25. I think they did the same thing with the DSLR camera. Um, so that's other stuff you kind of want to look at when you sign up for an account. You can see all these different, um, the rates they give you, and then different things. Tip wise, I was going to say the main thing I like to do with any type of site, whether it's an authority or a mini, is I link to products or the product that I'm talking about in the article
Hmm.
as many times as possible, like 5 times or more. And so I'd link maybe one time saying, okay, here's the product link, and then I'd say this is the price, or say like a sentence about it. This is the price, another link, then put like an image of it, and then use the image as a link again.
Hmm.
I've seen a lot of people that don't actually make the image an affiliate link. And during 2009, I actually did a lot of tracking testing to try and figure out which methods actually made the most money. And that's
Hmm.
kind of why I know these things is that, and I found that linking just simple text links inside an article was driving over half my profit. And then making just the actual product image clickable, that was about 15% of
Okay.
the income. And then I'll also do like, so then after, I link in the image, say if it's something technical, I write a few of the product specs and then say, here's a click here to see the full list. So it's just, giving like a teaser almost.
Hmm.
And then, the kind of the idea is that you want to get people just onto Amazon because then they can do what they do best, which is, convert people into buyers.
Right. Right.
And then they're so good at upselling, they can say, oh, you happen to be looking at these, and they send an email, and then
Yeah, no,
so
that's those are good tips. Do you ever deal with those like widgets that you can get from Amazon that kind of have, I've sold books on other sites before from Amazon, and they give you the option to use this kind of widget, which is like a box that has the book, a picture of the book, the price, and the Amazon.com button, buy now button on it. Like, do those things work well, or?
So yeah, so actually that's why I did the tracking IDs because I wanted to just figure out, what exactly makes money, so I could just do more of that and then cut out whatever doesn't. So
Mhm.
um, using like the widgets, I found doesn't really work very well. I probably got less than 5% of my income from just the widgets, the banner ads, the Amazon A store. So if you like create a store page on your site and then use your Amazon A store thing,
Mhm.
that doesn't work very well at all, really. And so it's sounds uh, sad, but and I hope some Amazon rep isn't listening right now. But it's like everything that they try and tell you to do to try and make money is like the worst way you could make money.
That's so funny.
And it really just comes down to people just trust links and content way more than they do like a banner ad. Even if it's a banner ad for Amazon, say for consumer electronics or something, people don't click those. They click the link in the article that says, here's this product and what it does. Here's another competing product for this price, or see more information about this product on Amazon. They'll click that way
Right.
more than anything else. And
So those are good tips that you don't even necessarily have to be promoting an Amazon.com product for. It could
yeah,
be pretty much any type of product, a clickbait product or whatever. So text links or links, affiliate links within the body of your paragraphs are kind of what drives most of the traffic and most of the sales.
exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
it's the huge bulk. And that's why I think that the idea that the Amazon A store is another thing I don't do. Um, I think it's just because people don't really want to look through like a list of all the products. They just want to see what the best one is and then a deal on it. If you find the best product, like find the genuinely the best product and then use that on your site.
Mm.
You're helping them out and then also making some money as well. Um, and that stuff's easy to tell too because you can see on their product reviews and all that. And and then again, there's also third-party WordPress plugins that you can use that help pull in information automatically for you as well.
Hmm.
So you can write unique content and then pull in information as well.
Okay. Sorry for all these follow up questions. Just is totally interesting to me. Um, as far as the niche sites that you create, you said you did a lot of review sites, so you would get a lot of exact match domains with the word review at the end or something like that.
Yeah.
Do you ever find going different angles work for you too? Because I've seen some products, not specifically for Amazon.com products, but for other for other products, mainly ClickBank products that say like, you know, product name scam or like
Oh yeah.
that like going that angle and or
Or I haven't done as much with that, but I know if you could do like comparisons or you could do deals,
mm,
stuff like that. People generally will search for that primary keyword and then add, reviews or deals or comparisons or sales or any of those other types of interchangeable words.
coupons or something.
Exactly, they'll search for that. And so if you can use like Google AdWords or Market Samurai to pull up that keyword information, then you can tell if there's enough being actually driven to those extended keywords that you could actually build a site on just that one little section.
Okay, and there are people searching for the whatever product it is and the word review you found.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
and then the other thing too is if you consider, people will search when they're searching for review, that they're looking to buy, and so
Mhm.
that's one of the main things that is important too. Is if if they're just searching for the general information, then they might just be there because they're just happen to be looking for more information about it, or they're,
Right.
whereas a review, it's, they've gotten to the point where they're ready to buy something. They just need to see which is the best.
Right. So the search volume can be even a little less in that case, but it might be even more powerful because those are targeted customers.
Exactly. And the other thing too is that, generally the primary keywords, just like the actual, say if it was baseball bat, just baseball bat or baseball bats, that's going to be a keyword that's so difficult to rank for anyways that it wouldn't even be worth your time anyways.
Right.
So when you add these extra little like modifiers, I guess you could say, to the end of the keyword, then you can get a lot more targeted traffic that's less volume, but you'll still probably make more money.
Yeah. Oh no, that's interesting. I definitely want to get into Market Samurai right after we hang up. All right, cool. So one last question, which I like to ask all my guests, is this: what's working for you right now? Like, what is one thing that you're doing at this very moment that's working for you that our listeners can, take away and implement for themselves right now?
I think the biggest thing is that, if you have an idea for something, you just need to really sit down and just do it. I mean, I think the biggest thing that I know this kind of held me back when I first got started was just trying to figure out exactly what was. I think it was just a matter of almost an information overload on there's so much information out there. I think it's just a matter of picking something that, you're either passionate about, whether it's Halo in my case or just something else, and then just doing something with it.
Yeah, I mean, like if you didn't sit down and actually create that Halo video, which obviously takes a little bit of work, you wouldn't have learned everything you did and gotten to this point. And the same with me. If I didn't, take action and create the blog, or take action and write my first ebook, I wouldn't be where I am today either. So that's very, very, very sound advice. Just pick something and do it. Even if it doesn't work or it fails, that's okay, because failure helps us learn. It helps us get one step closer to something that actually, will work for you. So that's awesome. Thank you, Chris. Congrats on all of your success. Very inspirational. And I'm definitely going to take a look at niche sites for Amazon.com products now that we've chatted. So if people want to learn more about you and what you do, where would you recommend they go?
I think the best place is just my blog, MakeMoneyOnTheInternet.com. And the other thing too I was going to say is that if anyone has any questions, I'm always happy to answer them. So I'll probably be in this. I'll be on your blog answering the questions that people have there as well. And then also if people want to email me, I give out tons of free advice pretty much.
Yeah, me too. So cool, man. Thanks a lot, and we'll chat again soon. All right.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Take care. All right, sweet. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that interview with Chris from MakeMoneyOnTheInternet.com. Super cool guy, great friend of mine now, who's really changing my mind about the business of becoming an affiliate for Amazon products for niche sites. And there were some great tips for us bloggers out there too for maximizing our revenue with the Amazon Associate Program. Now, Chris actually came out with a course on how to do what he's doing with Amazon, a course specifically for how to maximize your revenue with Amazon. Now, he's not really known for creating courses and selling info products about what he does. He's just like me. If you go to his blog again at MakeMoneyOnTheInternet.com, you'll see he reveals a ton of free information, just like I do in my blog. But a lot of his longtime followers were practically begging him to create a step-by-step video course on exactly what he does, and that's what he did. And, when doing this interview with him, he didn't even ask me about putting in a plug for his course or anything like that, which is really cool. I thought that was really nice of him to not really even mention it, but he came to me afterwards and said, if any of you guys out there, if any of the Smart Passive Income community wanted to check out his course and were interested, it's obviously a premium course, a paid course, but he'd be willing to offer you guys only a discount just for us, which is really cool. So if you wanted to check that out, you can go to smartpassiveincome.com/Amazon. Again, that's smartpassiveincome.com/Amazon. You'll be taken to a page that is just a video of him speaking about what the course is about. There's no hypey sales page or long sales letter or anything like that. It's just a video of him, and you get that $20 discount if you go through that link. Again, it's an affiliate link, so if you do end up purchasing, I will get a commission off that. Again, that's smartpassiveincome.com/Amazon. So before I go, I have a few more things to talk about really quick. First one is a domain that you can go to get a copy of eBooks the Smart Way, which is my ebook about how to publish, automate, and market a killer ebook. And that domain is ebooksthesmartway.com. So check it out. Join my newsletter. totally content filled. I don't try to sell anything. Nothing in my autoresponder has to do with selling you any products. Check it out. Another domain that you can go to is nichesiteduel.com. This is a domain that I just bought specifically for the niche site duel that's going on my blog right now to make it easy for you to get access to everyone's posts about their niche sites, the niche sites that they're building from scratch, and they reveal and how much profit they're making. Everything, again, that's nichesiteduel.com. And the last one is, I'd love for you to come say hi to me if this is your first time listening. Come say hi to me on Facebook. You can go to patonfacebook.com. Again, that's patonfacebook.com. You'll be taken to my fan page. And just say hi. I'd love to talk to you. So, again, thank you guys for listening. This is the 10th episode. I hope there's going to be a million more. And thank you for all your support. I really appreciate it. Hope you have a good one, and I wish you nothing less than the best success. So thank you guys. Take care, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Smart Passive Income Podcast at www.smartpassiveincome.com.
I get it. You want to grow your business, but selling at scale feels overwhelming. You're drowning in complicated funnels, creating different lead magnets, or constantly posting on social media. And that gets exhausting fast, especially when you're trying to sell to hundreds or thousands of people. But what if you could sell at scale with a simple, powerful quiz? A score app quiz or assessment asks your audience key questions and gives them instant personalized results based on their answers. Your audience gets to know where they are now and shows them the steps they need to hit their goals. You can set up a quiz in minutes using Score App's templates and have a powerful lead magnet that'll do the selling for you. The best part is your audience actually wants to take this quiz, and you build huge amounts of trust before you even make a single offer. No hard sales, no chasing leads, just value at scale. Get 50% off the first 3 months using the discount code SPI. Just head to scoreapp.com/SPI. Again, that's scoreapp.com/SPI. Have you dreamt about being your own boss, but still haven't made the first steps to making that dream a reality? Well, I get that. Starting a business can feel super overwhelming with legal forms, paperwork, finances. It's a lot. And that's why I'm excited to tell you about Taylor Brands. Taylor is a complete business builder designed to make launching your business simple and stress-free. You can register your LLC in just minutes, keeping your personal assets and the business assets separate from day one. From there, you get access to everything you need to get off the ground. Legal documents, licenses and permits, invoicing and bookkeeping tools, and even a 100-day business coaching program, all designed to help you hit the ground running. You'll also get a free personalized business plan, branding tools, and so much more. And of course, listeners of this show get an exclusive 35% discount to get started. All you have to do is head to taylorbrands.com/SPI. That's TAILORBRANDS.com/SPI. Stop dreaming, start building with Taylor Brands.